So in 2016, um, I saw that Mirror Memoirs was meeting in Sacramento, and I was working at Gender Health Center at the time. And I saw that they were working with queer and trans folks that were, survivors of childhood sexual abuse. And I said I had to be a part of whatever is going on. So I sent an email in and said, how can I support your work? And that has led to, how long ago was that? 2016? Was that 7 years? 7 years of uh, a long lasting relationship. One thing that surprised me is the storytelling of black trans women and black trans women getting to tell their stories of, survivorship. Um, because when you hear survivors, you rarely hear of black trans women or never hear black trans women being survivors of any type of abuse because we're not even human. We're not even valid enough to be abused. I know that sounds horrible, but it's true. And it just really surprised me that Mirror Memoirs centers black trans women in their work and their storytelling. And I just that makes me proud to be a part of the organization. It's a project that I need. So while I have the title as a co-chair, I'm very much a participant. I'm very much someone that's sharing their story. I'm very much a survivor with other trans survivors, and just being able to be in a space and co-create space and take up space as all the identities that I hold, and making way for the next Ebony, or maybe even someone with just one of my identities to have space within Mirror Memoirs. And you don't really see the the openness that Mirror Memoirs has in other spaces. I used to carry a lot of shame behind my survivor story. And it wasn't until doing transmutation, the theater project, being able to tell my story, did I get some type of liberation. And so I had my head down when I would tell my story. I had so much shame behind it. But after I did Mirror Memoirs transmutation, my head began to rise. And being able to share my story with other black trans women, it's some synergy that I've never experienced before. I want as many black trans women as possible to experience the same thing, because we are we are really like beaten down. We live on the margins of the margins. Not only are we are marginalized by marginalized people. And I just want black trans women to get this freedom, to get this healing that I've gotten out of this project. And so my work here is going to be to make sure that, we continue to tell black trans women's stories. And we love and support them at the same time. Like, not only are we here to share our stories, we're here to make sure you get that healing that you need as well. You get that family environment that you need. So I believe that every black, trans, non-binary person survivor story is worthy. There is no unworthy story. And Mirror Memoirs is here to uplift, your story, whether, doesn't matter where your story started, where it ended. We're here to support, your story being told, and archiving your story and making sure, Your story is here for other folks to hear and be uplifted by. Because honestly, there's no bad story. There's no story that's better than another story. We are all survivors. So there's this continuity um, in storytelling.